We will call the August Solid Waste Committee meeting to order. The meeting properly announced.
Yes.
Roll call, let the record show all members are present. Need a motion to approve the agenda. So moved. Gordy, Barry, any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Agenda is approved. Everybody have a chance to look at the minutes from July. Are there any changes? If not, minutes are approved. Public participation, if we have any. Everybody have a chance to look at the financials. Any questions on those? No. Okay. Site report, Charlie. No, found that out the hard way last week. As long as there's no changes, there are. Well, they're approved, but we didn't have to vote through it.
All right. Pretty slow in terms of activity, pretty slow month. 4,700 tons of garbage was collected in July of 2023, brings our total volume 27,850 tons, which is about 350 tons more than the same time last year. So we actually didn't see any drop in tonnage coming in. We thought maybe we would from when we stopped collecting our own services and other companies collecting it. We saw none. It actually increased. Overall volume increased from June to July. So that was really good to see. Same thing for recycling, keeps going up, which is awesome to see. 620 tons of recycling collected in July, 3,423 tons collected year to date, which is 1,000 tons more than the same time last year. So we're up 33%, which is really, really good for recycling. Regular maintenance, everybody's kind of doing our normal stuff in the office. We're starting to met with each of the managers to kind of go over some of their budget stuff, what we need to look at. Like we talked about last month, this next year is going to be a little bit of a weird one. It's our first year with all the less equipment to kind of manage and stuff like that. So, equipment, the truck that they said we were going to have originally by March, and then May, and then July. Now the chassis won't even be done until December. So we are going to be probably 18 months from when we place the order when we will get the truck. So that's a long time out yet.
It's a lot better than something.
Yeah.
If you get it.
Yeah, if we, yes, that's as of now. That's still a long ways out that we might get this. So filling operations continue as normal. We did have another 2 smaller fires on the landfill. They were, again, pretty small, same thing as same steps were taken as last time.
Is it around a week ago or so?
Yes.
I saw the smoke.
Yeah, probably. The smoke looks really bad on the landfill fire. It's all the garbage burning and stuff. But the actual fire itself, like this one, the fire department came, but it wasn't even one that we probably needed them to come. But when someone sees the smoke, they call it in. So it worked out very well again because the Hinsey, who's the contractor doing the work, they were on site still when it happened. So a bunch of those guys jumped in all their loaders, loaded up sand, and we got it smothered and dug out, slaughtered, whatever else really quick. So wasn't that big. Again, it's just the super hot temperatures for that long stretch. We had no rain and any number of things. More than likely, same as always, it was a battery that sparked. That's what started the fire. So 29 outbound loads of recycling were shipped. That, we got done with collecting all of the containers from the stop services for the commercial stuff. We pretty much have everything kind of set, and the new companies are kind of well on their way. Still, I'm sure there'll still be a few things that pop up here and there that maybe we'll still take care of. But that's about it for that. We did start, I don't have it on here, but we did start our new schedule in August. So the hours are longer. So we opened an hour earlier, we stayed open an hour later. Saturdays we're opening an hour earlier as well. We're open at 7 instead of 8. And it's overall it's been good. I think word is still kind of spreading, but kind of every day we're seeing people here earlier, and we're seeing definitely people here later. So operationally, they started the new hours as well. They started the drivers started their 410s. So I think they really enjoy that schedule. So that started last week as well. We've not received the Springville curbside contract. That went to LRS. And then we're on our way to working with Easton to possibly get in that township. It's not 100% for sure yet, but we're hopeful that that's kind of the way it'll go. And it's a tentative date of October 1st, but with timing of kind of the town meeting and when they're going to get the contract signed, it's probably going to be later. We're about 4 to 5 weeks out for carts right now. So their meeting is until 20th or so, 21st. So even if they sign the contract that day, that's right at 5 weeks to get started that first week of October. And I just don't know. And I've been in communication with the township that might not happen.
Did they even bother you this way?
They did. They did. I don't know where they came back at, but they got LRS. I don't think they did Pelletier, but I know they got LRS. So yeah, so we're working with Easton. New Chester, I submitted numbers for. They went out for bid, but I don't know if they ever like call, kind of like you and Easton did, where they call around. They put it in the paper.
Yeah, we didn't do that. We just.
And
I called everybody
Yeah.
I could think.
So I think they like
Man.
put out for an official request for bid. But if they didn't see it in the paper, I don't know if there's a way to know. So I didn't even know they were doing it. I just heard kind of through rumors that they were going out. So
I checked with the Wisconsin Towns Association.
you don't have to.
But we could just
Yeah.
call for quotes.
So I don't know if they really like put it out there or call round. I don't know. They might have. I'm not really sure. So they also have their meeting on the 21st, kind of discuss whatever their options are. And that one, I haven't really been in contact with anybody. I've reached out, but Easton, we've been working pretty close with to kind of work through some of the details and stuff like that, questions that they had, but New Chester, they seem to be kind of handling it, doing it on their own, so which is fine.
How close was the bid with Springville? Were you in ballpark or?
Yeah, numbers wise, we're right where everybody else is.
It was a difference. First off, it was kind of bid differently. The county came in at basically a flat rate. It was $186,900.
I mean, it wasn't, I don't know what you mean by flat rate.
Well, you told us if our numbers changed, it was not 2050 per resident. The numbers going lower was have changed.
Well, that's just like a ballpark, because, yeah, if you would have like, whatever, if you would have added 10 more houses,
It wouldn't have changed.
it wouldn't have changed it, but if you would have added 100 more, well then, yeah, it would.
Where
But there was a range in there where it's not worth the work to go through and change, it would change it.
LRS did it strictly on a per resident. But if you come apples to apples, LRS come out with $80,000 some odd dollars. How do you produce it? It's not a big. It was the thing with the dumpsters. Because I don't think Randy or Larry or myself, any of us were really interested in LRS because of different things that have happened.
Yeah,
And when it came down to it, LRS made the agreement that they would. For example, you had a dumpster in your house. Your house would have still been on tax roll. So you would still have to pay that on your assessment, but then LRS would have deducted that amount. That would be agreement. Now, do I trust you to follow through on that?
No,
See,
no,
I think they will. They're just such a
Yeah,
big company. I don't know how cheap it's gonna be.
right. I've had about a half a dozen people that got dumpsters that have already contacted me.
Yeah.
I just forwarded our.
Yeah.
like the 95-gallon ones were left at our house.
Yep.
The Carters came out and they put their stickers on. Did they own them now? Or are those mine, or are they, or did?
I would guess they're just yours.
Oh.
Probably more just identification. And we never really worked out those details with Carter's because they didn't necessarily buy them from us. It was more of just we want to make this as easy as we can for people, so we're just gonna leave them. And we really left it up to Carter. If you want to use the ones that are there or leaving them, you can use them. So, yeah, since they never actually bought them, they're gonna be just yours.
Can I ask what we're charging
I want to say it's like $40.
for the center?
I think it with fuel surcharge it was 40.
Yeah, I was saying,
40 or
with
$41.
with the fuel charge, it was right about where we were at before.
What we were really hoping for is pretty well. Better. And they tried, I talked to them for 2 or 3 times. They really wanted to put it down. And he was advertising wherever he could, trying to find the driver.
Yeah.
Just couldn't find him.
Did you have to downsize the office staff then with this or?
Yep, so Destiny, her last day was 2 weeks ago. So it's just 2,
Was she put bio?
yep. So it's Karen and Keegan are in the office right now. Since we can't really go a full day all the time with just one person, they're not on the same schedule as the drivers. They're doing one is 6 to 2, something, the other one is 8 to 4. So that the most chunk of the day, they're both here. Yeah.
Easton is considering the contract.
Yeah.
Does that mean that nobody has started collecting yet? in Easton?
No, I mean, there might be random, and LRS might have a random couple houses
Or
or,
they're using their either here or they have a transfer site?
nope, Easton does not. All they have is recycling dumpster set out in front of their town hall. So for the most, I'm guessing most of the people are coming here, hopefully.
Have they? No, they're not. I'll tell you what. You don't want it piled up everywhere. Has Eastern still got their recycling dumpster there?
Yeah.
Because the last time I heard it was just being filled up.
We went and collected it just last week, and when we dumped it, there was very few. So it was being filled up with recycling. People were definitely bringing the recycling there, because we were worried about that as well. So we kind of dumped it off to the side, like not with all of our recycling right away, just so you could see it, and it really wasn't. It wasn't as bad as everyone like scared it was gonna be, so.
Eastern and Springville were the 2 towns that had more, because we're the only 2 towns that had no home service. Well, once the county quit, I was by a house the other day, checking out. I God, there must have been 30 garbage bags laying out there and sleeping behind it.
It didn't matter, because on Z, just off the Quincy Town Hall, somebody had garbage stacked up by the road. It was all going through their yard and it was just stacked up there, right? Rather service. It's got nothing to do with it.
Well, there's no other service to that.
Well, they could have went to the transfer site.
Oh,
That's been my
It's in
big
there.
thing, the people that are not gonna kind of take care of it are not gonna take care of it, like. No matter if they have a service available, have options available,
Just hoping they need to place a couple of service.
yeah,
Have you had any issues with keeping up with recycling numbers being how much higher this year?
no, we've been doing all right, with staffing, we've been doing really well. We are trying to figure out a way to do an affordable, essentially addition to the MRF. So we just can't take, like, we could handle more right now. But we don't have a place to put it. The tipping floor is very small and essentially one semi comes in and it fills up the entire thing. So we're still working through, we're not having very good luck, but we've started looking at where we can add more, where people can dump, where trucks and stuff can dump, and then, because we have downtime in the middle of the day where we catch up. And then they're staying around for an hour or two until the next truck comes in. So if we had kind of a stockpile to pull from. And we wanted it super simple, super basic, and just with prices, it's still, the cost is just crazy high. So we're still trying to work on something, kicking around different ideas. Talking with the DNR on what kind of regulations like can we put up for now, like if we do this in stages, can we put up just like a concrete pad with 6-foot walls? And then eventually build the rest of the building around it. There's just different rules on keeping the recyclable materials, it's called marketable, so essentially dry, yes. So that's what's kind of going on with recycling is, yeah, we're getting a lot of material, we're able to keep up with it, but yeah, we could actually use more material, but at the time with so and that always doesn't happen, so.
Okay,
So yeah, that's it for our site report.
project status report. Says no new updates. Anybody got any questions on it? Okay. Upcoming agenda items. Here's the me or Charlie. Next meeting date, September 12th. 5 p.m. out here. State meetings adjourned.